Liverpool FC's training session, under the guidance of Arne Slot, is a high-intensity blend of technique, tactics and teamwork, perfectly crafted to embody the club's trademark fast-paced, attacking style of play. The session is in an energetic warm-up, where players like Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz and Virgil van Dijk engage in dynamic stretches and fluid passing drills to sharpen their touch and footwork. Players like Curtis Jones, Diogo Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold are pushed to make lightning-fast transitions from defence to attack, mirroring the fluidity they'll need on match days. Throughout these drills, Slot mixes up the players, pairing up the attacking talents with defenders and midfielders, like Ibrahima Konate and Federico Chiesa, creating fluid rotations and encouraging versatile play. Each drill is designed to improve not only individual skill, but also collective synergy, fostering communication, anticipation, and a relentless pursuit of the ball.
Milos Kerkez's brother confirms the transfer, Alexander Isak rejects Newcastle's contract, and Federico Chiesa could become one of Liverpool's highest earners. Plus, Xabi Alonso's thoughts on a defender linked with the Reds. Stay tuned for all the latest updates. Milos Kerkez's brother confirms Liverpool transfer. When you look at the Liverpool team, the position most in need of help is left-back. Kostas Tsimikas is more injury-prone than ever before, and Andy Robertson is making more mistakes which are costing the team. As such, the hunt for a new fullback has been in full motion for a few months now. Players such as Joral Hato, Anthony Robinson and Ryan Ait-Nouri have all been considered, but they feature at different points of Liverpool's short list of options. However, the number one target seems to be Milos Kerkez, and a move to Merseyside looks inevitable at this point. Here's why. Kerkez's brother confirms Liverpool rumor. Anfield Watch reported in the winter that Bournemouth's left-back had been approached by Liverpool and that preliminary talks were taking place. The Reds' interest in him has since been expanded to liking him, and journalists across the football world are confident that the Hungarian is Liverpool's main target. However, you can have all the reports in the world stating the same thing, and sometimes it can still be difficult to work out what the player is actually feeling about a potential move. Well, thanks to Kerkez's brother, we now have a much clearer picture. M4 Sport official made an Instagram post this afternoon addressing a British press release that claimed Kerkez had decided to choose Liverpool over the Cherries and his other potential suitors. And that post has since been liked by Kerkez's brother Marco Kerkez at Kerkez_Marco to give Liverpool fans the surest sign yet that the Reds will have a new left-back joining the club. We are all expecting a summer of change when the current campaign draws to an end, because Liverpool have identified a fair few positions that are in need of some TLC. Pulling off such a feat is going to be extremely difficult given the club's limited financial resources and the time frame that these negotiations will need to be completed in, but with Kerkez off the list, fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Alexander Isak rejects Newcastle contract, putting Liverpool on red alert. Alexander Isak continues to be linked with a transfer away from Newcastle as Liverpool and Arsenal gear up to sign a new striker during the summer transfer window. Newcastle is believed to have paused contract talks with Alexander Isak after he rejected the club's initial proposal to renew his deal at St. James Park. Isak has proved to be an excellent signing by the Magpies, scoring 58 times in 100 appearances, and his form has led to speculation that he could move to a bigger club, with Liverpool, Arsenal and Barcelona among the clubs linked with the Sweden international. Isak is contracted to Newcastle until 2028, but a caught offside report suggests that talks have been taking place over a possible renewal. Isak, though, is said to have been unhappy with the terms of Newcastle's initial proposal, and negotiations have since been shelved. Speaking last week, Isak denied that contract talks were taking place between his camp and Newcastle. Liverpool and Arsenal are both expected to be in the market for a top-class striker during the upcoming transfer window. Liverpool signed Darwin Núñez in the same summer that Isak arrived at Newcastle, but the Uruguayan forward has struggled in England and is likely to be sold to make room for a new striker. Núñez, who said last week that he wanted to forget about his Liverpool plight during the international break, was the subject of interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia during the January window, but Slot was unwilling to let him leave as the Reds chased glory on four fronts. Arsenal, meanwhile, went into this season with Kai Havertz as its main striker and Gabriel Jesus as a backup option. Neither player is a prolific goalscorer, and the Gunners' lack of one has been suggested as a key reason why they are almost certain to fall short in the title race once more. It was reported by Tribune on Monday that Isak favors a move to Barcelona but that he would not turn down a move to Liverpool if the chance to move to Anfield presented itself. Barcelona is believed to be closely monitoring Isak's situation as it looks for a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski, who will turn 37 in August. It was claimed that Isak's preference is to join Barcelona but that he would not turn down a switch to Liverpool, which sources have apparently said is a club that the 25-year-old has always wanted to play for. Liverpool is more likely to be able to afford Isak than Barcelona, with the Spanish club having experienced financial issues in recent years that might make signing a player who would certainly cost more than $100 million extremely difficult. Isak's power, technical ability, and goal-scoring instinct are reportedly what makes signing him such an appealing prospect to Liverpool, and the Merseyside club is said to already have a good relationship with Isak's representatives, which could make the deal easier to do. Federico Chiesa in line to become Liverpool's fifth highest earner after transfer call. Federico Chiesa is one of Liverpool's top earners but has only played 25 minutes of Premier League football since his move to the Reds last summer. Federico Chiesa will become one of Liverpool's 5 highest-earning stars if Trent Alexander-Arnold joins Real Madrid. Despite only clocking up 387 minutes on the pitch since his move to Anfield this season, Chiesa, 27, is still one of the club's biggest earners. The Italian Euro 2020 champion was Arne Slot's first signing as Reds boss when he joined last summer. However, he's only managed a mere 25 minutes of Premier League action since then. But his weekly and annual pay packet is more fitting of a player who is one of the first names on the team sheet. If Alexander-Arnold makes his move to the Spanish capital and Chiesa chooses to fight for his place on the red side of Merseyside, the latter will be one of the wealthiest players at the club. Chiesa may have seen little game time, but his reported £150,000 weekly wage makes him the 6th highest earner at Anfield, according to Spotrac. Only Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Alisson Becker, and Andrew Robertson pocket more than him at the club. But with rumors swirling that Alexander-Arnold could be Madrid-bound when his contract runs out at season's end, Chiesa will climb into the top 5 earners. And if Salah and Van Dijk also head for the exit when their contracts wind down in the summer, the Italian could rise even further up the pay ranks. Just like Alexander-Arnold, both Van Dijk and Salah could leave as a free agent if they do not sign a contract extension. Salah's made no secret about his dicey future, telling the media last November that he's probably more out than in at Anfield. While nothing is confirmed by either club, reports from Sky Sports News claims that Alexander-Arnold has his heart set on a move to Real Madrid, who are now in talks with his representatives. The Spanish giants will be obliged to inform Liverpool if or when they agree a deal with the England international. Alexander-Arnold has been at Liverpool since he was in the youth ranks. He made his first appearance for the club in a 2-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur in the League Cup all the way back in 2016. He has been the starting defender since the 2017-18 campaign, playing a massive role in Liverpool's triumphs in the Champions League, the Premier League, the Club World Cup, the FA Cup and the League Cup, the latter of which on 2 victorious occasions. Alexander-Arnold is currently nursing an injury sustained in the Reds' penalty shootout loss to Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. He also had to watch from the sidelines as the Reds were beaten 2-1 at Wembley Stadium by Newcastle United in the League Cup final. The same injury also ruled him out of the international break, where Thomas Tuchel took charge of his first matches as England manager.